Yay Networks.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Billy Goats, Cats, Can Do's, Can Flu to when you
Rocky.
boo-boo.
Okay, now.
Welcome to another episode of The Perfect Pair Podcast. Rock Teasy's who I be, and that's my wife.
Oh my, and I'm Crystal, Rock T's better half.
Thank you guys, man, for continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. This episode is brought to you by Green Chef, because we love eating.
We love eating and we try all of them, and we gonna tell you why we love this one too.
Shoot, come on, man. We hadn't failed y'all yet. I'm
Not
telling
at
you.
all. I don't think we have.
No, y'all ain't complained yet. Everyone that's tried it, everything that we talk about, y'all tried it, ain't not one complaint. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can keep thanking us later.
We gonna vet all this stuff out for you, so when we start talking about it, you know it's the real deal. What we talking about today, Juan?
I knew it. I'm not as irritated as much as I was expecting it. But I want to talk about y'all on the radio show was talking about virtual first dates.
Right.
That's what now, like the new age, that's what they do is virtual first dates.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we were asked the question. They asked me about our first date. And I'm like, man, we already talked about our first date. What are you talking about? And then she was like, well, would you redo it? And why would you redo it? And how would you redo it? So I kind of just want to talk about like these virtual dates, and is virtual dating good, and can it work? All that good stuff.
So that's the name of this episode. Is virtual dating good or bad?
Right. But y'all talked about virtual first dates.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can remix it. Y'all get the point.
Right.
Y'all on it?
right.
Let's get into it. Perfect Pair Podcast starts right.
Rocky. Oh my God.
All right, so you want me to go first or what?
Well, I would just ask, would you redo our first date?
Nope, not at all. Our first date was epic. If y'all, so we'll give you the snapshot of it. You know, we talk about it several times if y'all listen to the podcast. Well, she was sick, and she said no 3 times before we even got the first date off the ground. Then she finally asked me out the 4th time. And then I said no because I just wanted to get her back.
Lies.
I wanted her to see how I felt.
He didn't tell me no. Don't let him he always be trying to remix a story.
I said no, but then I changed it real fast.
You did it. You said yes before I even hit send to you. Stop lying, Rocky. You are not about to make me look. Nope. He was like, yes.
It was worth a shot. So anyways, we went on our first date. She was sick. She was trying to pull out. She was trying to say, I'm sorry, I don't feel well. I'm going to have to cancel our date. And I was not having it. I'm coming to pick you up. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if I get sick from you. We are going on this date. So she said yes. I went and picked her up from her job. And we went to this seafood place. And they sold pretty good. That catfish was off the chain that I had. That fried catfish.
I can barely taste it, but it was good.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, we had a great date. We were talking, you know, she was kind of like this, like eating, her eyes half shut, doing her best to fake smile.
I had the flu.
Right, she had the flu.
I did. I came down with the flu.
And doing her best to fake smile and fake like she was having a good time.
No makeup, y'all. No nothing. I looked a mess.
She had fish meat all in her teeth. I mean,
Rocky, it wasn't like you making it sound like it was just all through my mouth. I had one piece of fish in my tooth, and he never told me about it until months later.
that sure did. Cause I didn't want to embarrass you, and we was having a good conversation. So I'm like, okay, you had meat in your teeth.
Oh my God, oh my God, that is so.
But it was
horrible.
I wouldn't change it for the world. Everything about it, from you being sick, and we had a great conversation. You doing your best to try to have a good time, and I knew you really wasn't feeling well, but you still was like, man, it was beautiful. And I wouldn't change it for the world.
And it was, because I felt like I got to know you. You showed me who you really were at that time. So, I mean, I was very, very vulnerable anyway at that point, because it was just like, it don't matter. I'm probably not going to see him again after this, after he see me.
You really thought I wasn't going to call you no more?
I didn't think so. And I just knew, I was like, this is it. This ain't nothing going to happen after this, because I look nothing like how he was trying to get with me. I have no makeup on.
I loved it.
I was pale. I was sick. I just didn't think it was going to happen again, but it did.
Look at us now. Still trucking along.
Right. But I don't think I would change it either. But nowadays, people are going like on virtual first dates. I have mixed feelings about it because I think virtual first dates, I don't know. It just kind of depends on where you are. Like if y'all met online and y'all were in 2 different places and you just want to have a first date, maybe. But I prefer, like, I don't mind having a FaceTime conversation with you.
There you go. See,
like,
it's a difference.
Right. I don't mind doing like FaceTiming you, getting to know you. That's our way of, getting to know each other. But to go on an official date, my official first date needs to be in person, in my opinion.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, we can talk, but I'm not going to call this a date. If we're on Zoom or we're on a FaceTime call, this ain't a date. I mean, this kind of take us back when you're kids. Remember when you're talking on the phone?
Right.
And you have, are you asleep?
Nope.
I'm not asleep. Are you asleep?
I'm sleepy, but I'm not asleep.
We all had that conversation. I'm sleepy, but I'm not asleep. That means I don't want to get on the phone with you because I really like you this much.
Right.
And I'm willing to just sit up in here and be silent on the phone with you.
Right.
But we thought those were dates. Those were telephone dates.
You think so?
What?
I just think I never took it as a date. I just took it as I just like to be on the phone with him.
Nice.
And just sitting on the phone. And you know what? Now you should probably understand because some of our kids, they be on FaceTime just sitting there.
Just staring at each other.
Or no, and sometimes they just have it laying there.
Right.
Or just sitting there and they're playing the game or somebody else is doing something. They're probably doing their makeup or something. And it's sitting there and it's silence. Like, why are y'all on the phone? And then they're trying to have a conversation with us.
Right.
Oh,
I can't stand that.
He'd be like, turn that off.
Man, who you
and
got?
I agree though. Like this is
Everybody
family.
eavesdropping in on our family conversation. There ain't
My
nobody
kids
business.
done got embarrassed a few times because shame on them. That's your fault because I done cussed their ass out because they done did some stuff they had no business doing and now they're embarrassed. Well, why you got it on FaceTime sitting in here? That's your fault. I didn't know your friend was on the phone and they were right there. Why would you say that? Pick your drawers up. You should have picked your drawers up. Why are they on the floor?
First of all, you should have told us that you got somebody on your phone. And that way we could have said, okay, no problem. Or, okay, well, you go ahead and have your conversation. When you get done with that conversation and hang up, then you can come back over here and talk or whatever. But
you know who don't do that, though? Our son will leave the house
to
have his conversation.
He do not have it.
He don't want nobody in his business. That fool be gone. He get on the little golf cart and he ride down the lane. Where you going? On the phone. Why we can't? Like, what is so important about
your mama?
Right.
Because he learned. He's seen his big sisters, how she talked to all their friends. And
I do. But listen, the friends do still love me to this day.
All our kids' friends
the truth.
love this Juani.
They do, but they do be cutting up. They be like, Mama K don't play.
Sure don't.
I sure don't.
Sure
but
don't.
Anyways, now let's go further into it. Would you really want to date someone and call yourself in a relationship with someone that you only can see virtually?
Oh, no.
The majority of the time.
Nope. But I can understand why people now, these days, do that.
Why?
Because this is how they grew up. Most of these young kids.
But you got some people that grew up on that still don't believe in that.
No, I'm talking about if you grew up in the age of social media,
so you think
in the
it
grade
would work?
of the digital age, I don't think it'll work.
Do you think they think it will work? Is that why?
They think it'll work because that's how they communicate with each other all the time. Now, before social media, oh, nah, man. It's like, come on, we got to have that person to person. We got to feel each other. We got to talk to each other in person. We got to,
But you got people falling in love. That's how that show Catfish came about.
Absolutely.
Because people falling in love online with these people saying like these sweet nothings to you and telling you they're going to be there for you. And then you getting played and you sending money and they could not understand that this is not the person that they were saying I'm
Which
in
is
love
why
with.
it won't work. I mean, I'll be willing to bet.
So long distance relationships don't work?
That depends. I mean, they're tougher. It just depends on the two people. Like, it's tough to be in a long distance relationship because some people may like a long distance relationship because it's like, hey, I kind of got freedom and blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
But if you're just that old school type of person that just really want to be with your mate all the time, it won't work.
I don't know about no long distance relationship for anybody because y'all gonna have to come touch each other at one point in time.
Right.
You're gonna have to come around and be around each other. And then at one point in time, y'all gonna be together for a week and y'all might find out y'all don't like each other.
True story.
Just for being with each other for a week, because you're so used to being away from each other and this is not a relationship. Like, how is that a relationship? I want people to explain that to me.
A long distance relationship?
Yeah, like, how is it for a virtual long distance relationship? Is it like, how does that work? How
Now,
do they maintain?
I can probably help answer a traditional long distance relationship, but not a virtual long distance relationship. Like
Okay, what a traditional? Explain that one.
So if we started off together,
Mm-hmm.
not long distance, and let's say you got a job in California,
Right.
we still live in Texas. Now you got to go work, and you kind of commuting back and forth. Maybe you're a month in California, a month in Texas, a month in California, whatever. That kind of long distance relationship, even though it would still be tough,
Right. A
But-
month away from each other.
that'll be tough. But it's like you're coming and going. Like
Because what he's saying that because I think because we went through it for 3 years with us when you had to leave to Atlanta
every week.
every week. Like he'll leave every Sunday, come back on Thursday or Friday.
Yep.
And
For 3.5 years.
when I tell y'all that was hard.
And that was every week. It wasn't even a whole week.
Right. It was tough. Like it was so hard because you have kids now. You're doing things together. The kids, I'm disciplining everybody all the time. So when he come home, he's fun dad and he's just like, let's just have fun because I haven't seen y'all. No. Y'all can't have fun.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
I'm getting mad now thinking about it. You're right, because he would do that. And then everybody be like, Mom ain't just, she always mad. She always telling us we can't do nothing.
Yeah.
We always got to do our homework. I did a little bit of it. I'm going to get it done before Monday.
Yeah.
No, get your work done now. You had all week and you chose not to. So now you can't do nothing on the weekend. But Daddy want to come over here and get ice cream. Let's go to the park.
That's right.
Let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
I'm cooking. Y'all want some pizza? I wish you would order some pizza. And you done see this food that I done cooked in this house. I wish you would order some pizza.
Look, man. But you understood why.
I did. But and that's what would cause a lot of arguments for us.
Yep.
Like we were literally, it was getting to a point where we kind of didn't want to talk to each other because it was always, we were never on the same page. That's why I feel like that distance is hard because now you have to figure out a way to stop, talk to one another and start coming to an agreement so y'all can work together on how this goes.
Right.
Because it was like, we had to go to therapy for him to understand, like, listen, you just can't come and just disrupt everything that she has planned for the week. You're not there for the homeworks and the practices and all that stuff. You're coming on the weekend for the fun stuff. And you're not helping her case when she's there by herself. So now the kids are just have a whole attitude with Mom because Mom is mean. So it's like we had to learn to come back together. We're going to discuss what's going on.
Absolutely.
Don't you bring your ass in this house trying to be happy-go-lucky daddy knowing they ain't done what they supposed to. You know I told you before you got here.
Now, I was still happy-go-lucky daddy.
Right.
But I had to learn, okay, let me respect what she's talking about.
And so the kids actually started acting better during the week so the weekends can be more fun.
Boom, there you go.
Because now they're like, okay, if Dad come home and we don't do what we're supposed to do, we still can't do what we want to do.
Absolutely.
And it was just, but listen, it was hard.
And it cut the stress down on you.
Yes.
Because now your weekdays started becoming a little bit more, okay.
Right, because now they're listening. I'm not constantly yelling. And I'm like, okay, now you grounded. You can't have that. You can't go over here. You can't do this. And it's just like, give me your phone. It was always something to me, and it was me taking it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, now it got to a point where, okay, your dad wants to talk to you. So Dad would have to get on the phone and say, I said this, so it wouldn't be coming just from me and me being the bad person constantly. And then y'all got to think about it. Y'all know we're a blended family, right?
Yep.
So the girls are thinking, she just don't like us because she didn't have us. That comes out. That is a real feeling and things what kids would say just because they're in their feelings. Kids say the meanest stuff because
All the
they're
time.
all in their feelings whenever they're hurt, their feelings hurt to try to get what they want. And our son would be like, my son, I know I had him. I just feel like you just like Harmony better. Okay. Because she's been with you longer. Okay. Son, and the kids they get in their feelings and they really try to
they
make
just don't know.
Right, and they don't know, and they just want you to like not get them in trouble, and they're trying to get you to be like, forget about what they did, feel sorry for me, okay, it's okay. And it's like, nope, you ain't doing that. Nope, we're not doing that. So you gotta be on the same page as parents.
Now,
if they know they can play y'all against each other, they will. Oh my God.
We got a whole episode talking about that.
They will.
But here's another thing that I had to learn is I started making arrangements so she can come to Atlanta with me and give her a little break.
Ooh.
So
And I would be there sleep.
the whole time.
I would sleep. He'd be like, baby, you want to go here? Mm-mm. You want to, bring the food here. I don't want to leave this room. I just wanted to sleep. He could not believe. Listen, it is hard work with 3 kids.
Oh, man.
By myself.
I had all this stuff planned. Like when she come to Atlanta with me, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to go to dinner here. We're going to go check this show out. We're going to buy. Boy, she just wanted to stay in the room and chill. And I respected that. That was cool.
Right. And I do appreciate that.
Because that's all I wanted.
I did.
Big old smile back.
No makeup. No, I didn't bring clothes to do nothing on purpose. Because I wanted to lay down and sleep.
That's my booger wooger.
But so I just think it's going to be a lot more work. And not everybody's willing to put in that work when you're doing that long distance relationship and then becomes virtual. But now what I'm understanding what they're doing virtually is they have these virtual dates where the guy will send over. You know, that's how my friend Chanel and her husband, how they started off, because he was in Houston and she was in Dallas. So he really was like trying to pick her up. So y'all remember Netflix or Redbox?
Yeah, Redbox. Yep. The Redbox.
They used to go to the Redbox and get the same movie.
Right, and watch at the same time.
Right, and get dinner. They get the same type of dinner.
Yep.
And he would pay, like he would send it money to pay for it. Like, or he'll have it ordered for her already or something. They'll have the food and they'd be like, all right, you ready?
We hit play at the same time. There you go. Boom.
And they would do it. It was the cutest thing.
I love it.
But listen, they ended up coming together.
Exactly.
Right?
And they're still married.
Right.
But speaking of coming together, them Green Chef meals be coming all the way together.
They do. Let me tell y'all, okay, y'all know we always talking about these different meals, but let me tell you why I really love Green Chef. Because for our son, he is a freshman in high school and he don't know his way around the kitchen that well. Green Chef is the best way to teach your kids how to prepare a meal because it's already measured out for you. It comes for you. It's fresh. They know what type of food to eat. You're teaching them all the different types of food that they can eat, from keto to vegan to vegetarian, anything that can kind of help them so they can test different things out.
Which is why you want to have a bunch of options for them. And Green Chef has 80 plus packaged
and it only
options.
Takes 30 minutes. So they're learning how to make quick meals. So when he go to college, he can be able to survive on his own.
Let me tell y'all something, man. You know how you have these meals that are shipped to you like Green Chef, and you kind of like, man, ain't no way this food gonna taste like grandmama or my mama food. It ain't gonna taste like our home cooked. I almost like, babe, you ain't gotta cook no more.
Oh, what? Cause you
she can cook.
We still gotta cook it because they just teach us how to cook it.
Yeah, but they prepare it in a way where it's like you ain't even gotta add the extra flavoring and stuff. It's like because all the stuff is
the seasoning and everything. They give you everything. That's why it makes it easy to teach your kids how to cook.
Absolutely. I love it, man. So go to greenchef.com/perfectpair, the number 50. Use the code perfectpair50 to get 50% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. So let me remix that.
Okay, Rocky.
greenchef.com/perfectpair50 and use the code perfectpair50 and get 50% off plus 20% off your next 2 months.
Yep.
Green Chef. It is what it is, man. So we were talking about, what were we talking about?
What do you mean?
Oh, you're talking about your friend, how they did the Redbox thing.
Oh, yeah.
Then you was about to go into something else.
Oh, I was just saying, but they were doing that as they were dating. They eventually came together. Now they knew that if they were going to make this relationship work, they needed to be in the same city. Something has to, when they knew they wanted to get serious. And she ended up making a move to Houston. She had a job offer, so she just didn't go down there for him. She ended up getting a job offer there. It worked out, and now they're married. 2 kids later, they're amazing.
Absolutely.
But to me, again, you can make it work virtually, dating. I just don't know if a virtual relationship, but that is really big, especially these people in this gaming world. I feel like they have a whole, like they live a whole separate life compared to what they really look and live.
It's night and day. It's night and day.
And they can be whoever they want to be.
And some have never seen each other for real, for real. They may be a fake picture that they think
but
they're talking to that
so
person.
in love. Like they are in love, and this virtual world's everything. And some of these people are not taking baths. Y'all need to be careful. Let me tell y'all why y'all need to be careful about this virtual stuff. Because some of these people you're talking to, they ain't coming out. They ain't leaving that house. They ain't bathing. They eating, they sitting there, and you only see maybe, and that's if you FaceTiming now. So if you FaceTime, you only see the face from the neck up. There's some issues. Yeah. And if you only see a black wall or a white wall, there's some issues. You don't never see no other part of the house. You don't never see no outside. There's an issue. These people, I've seen them on Dr. Phil. They don't be bathing. They don't be shaving. They barely eat. Some of them lose so much weight because they don't eat. It's like,
or it's the other way around. They eat a lot,
right?
And
it's so unhealthy. They're just very unhealthy,
right?
And it's not. They don't know how to be in the real world, like out there in the real world. I need to know that I can take you to different places.
Look, I don't understand how you can get. Okay, I get it. People can be charming. People can have those words that really charm you, especially if you're insecure.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Yeah, because
that's how you charm somebody, saying it like that.
If you're an insecure person,
charm. Like, why don't you just say charm? Why you gotta go?
Because part of charming is how you use your words. You know, so if you're insecure and they're saying the right thing to you, making you feel good, I can understand how you can kind of get caught up. But after a while, you're gonna be like, okay, wait a minute, we gotta see each other,
right?
Like we gotta. It's like, come on, man. I mean. And then
but
you're looking
got
at
people sending tens and thousands of dollars to people so they can see them, and they never catch on until it's too late, or when they have no money at all, and these people die and disappear.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
It is. So I don't know. I'm scared of the virtual dating. I would advise to be cautious about who you dating online, and do find a way to just see them in a safe public place.
Even on the online dating sites where you go and you see a picture of somebody and you see everything about that person, we don't even know if that picture is a real picture of that person that you're talking to.
Right, until you. That's why I say you should. That's why I'm okay with like FaceTiming, talking to somebody. But I don't think my first date should be a virtual first date. And the reason why I'm saying this too, because like I told about my friend, I'm using Chanel and Oscar again. Their first date, you know what he did?
What?
He asked her to lunch, thinking she was gonna turn him down again. He didn't think she was gonna say yes. She said yes. This fool is in Houston. So this fool drives from Houston, man.
That's almost 4 hours.
Right. to Dallas.
Yeah.
And she was about to cancel her date too. He was like, oh.
I love it. What up, boss?
Right. Oscar drove from Houston for their first date. So my thing is, your first date, it got to be in person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
It cannot, like
I said, nothing wrong with talking, but those aren't official dates.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They've been talking on the phone, this and that, but the official first date was in person, and this fool put his foot in his mouth like he did, but he made it work.
Hey, man.
He was determined to get Chanel, okay?
The same way I wasn't going to let you cancel our first date.
Right.
Oscar, I'm with you, big dog. Yes, sir. By any means necessary.
He got it too. I ain't mad at him.
Shoot.
You did that, Oscar.
Closing the deal.
But my thing is, I just think some people, we're all into these fairy tales too. A lot of people say that, I would wish I had a marriage like y'all. It's such a fairy tale, this and that. Yes, do I feel like I am very happy and we are happily married. But you be honest, babe, it's work.
Oh,
you can love your spouse. Okay. Here you go.
I ain't even said that yet.
No, before you pointed. So I already know what that means when you point. Wait a minute. But when I tell y'all, listen, I love Rocky. I love our marriage. We are happy. We laugh most. Okay, see, he do stuff like this.
That's why.
But he still will get on my nerves. He still will make me mad. He still will do stuff that I cannot stand. And then being married, you have to learn each other. You're constantly learning and growing with this person. And then it's hard. I want people to know, like, marriage is so beautiful. It is a beautiful thing, but it is also hard.
It is, man. Especially
but anything worth having is hard.
Anything worth having is worth working for.
Right. And it's going to be hard, but it's okay. And I'm like, my daughter's in this relationship, and I'm just like, listen, you don't know what unconditional love is until you've been through something with that person. Like right now, it's love. Oh my God, I love him. It's okay.
And not just been through something. been through some things.
You're gonna see them in you're gonna see them in a state where you're like, I don't know if I like this, and you're gonna be questioning yourself. I know, babe, you've questioned me like, I don't know if I'm supposed to stay with her, and I've said the same thing to him. And I love him. Like, I don't know. You're going to have those moments where you question things. It's almost like these athletes. They say they go so hard. They question themselves during the process before they win a championship. Is this really worth it? Mm-hmm. You hear a lot of star athletes. When I talk to them or I hear their like interviews and stuff, their story, they say the same kind of something similar. Like, it was so hard. I questioned if it was worth it.
Right.
I wanted to quit. I don't know if I should do this. But once they win that championship, once they get that gold medal, once they do that, it was all worth it. They would do it all over again.
All day.
So that's what I'm saying. I would marry this man all over again. But it's still hard. It was hard. So I can only imagine doing this stuff virtually, how hard that would be. Because, You can easily cut me off and shut me up and just hang up the phone. And that can't happen to me. We just can't be together. If I can't say what I got to say and talk, and you hear me and I know you hear me, I need you to hear what I say. I don't care if you don't want to listen. You going to hear what I got to say, and I'm going to say it loud.
It sure is.
And clear.
Even if you hung up the phone, the phone going to be already hung up. And it's going to be like Charlie Brown's teacher.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Through the phone that's hung up.
No, I just think, okay, I don't care. I that's why I can't do no virtual dating. Nah. And then the long distance is just even more tougher for me. But I wish you all the best to do that.
That's just our opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have to respect. I was just telling our producer that same thing. I was like, there's some things that don't work for other people that works for us.
Right.
Like, we work a lot together, and some people can't work together like we work together.
Look.
And so I get it, and I can respect it. So that just don't work for me.
This whole podcast is based off that. It's how we do things. So when we give you guys advice, it's not like, do it this way and it's going to work for you.
You know, somebody asked me, why do y'all always say that? I was like, because you always going to have that one person talking about, that ain't right.
Yeah.
We didn't say it was right for you. We saying it was right for us. So that's why he keeps saying it, because you always get that one.
And you always got new people that come to the podcast that maybe never heard this, maybe their first time hearing this.
Oh, okay, so for them too, but I was talking about that one. So that one, that's why we saying it, because it's our opinion.
Like that one person that think you cuss too much.
Right. First of all, I'm still nice to that person, because I just said, if you listen to my podcast, I'm probably cuss and say some cuss words.
Exactly.
But if I'm in your presence, I will respect you and not cuss in front of you.
Sure enough.
I did say that, because I can understand that, because if you're in my presence and I don't want you to do something, I would at least think or expect you not to do that.
Somebody asked me not too long ago, I don't think I ever brought this up. Somebody asked me, hey, Rock, have you ever said a cuss word? Outside of like damn or something like that.
He has, but he don't sound right. Like, you don't even let him. You just say, I've stopped him one time when he said, I said, babe, just let me do it. I got it. Let me cuss this motherfucker for you, okay? I got this bitch for you. You don't have to say nothing. I got it. I get all the motherfucking cuss words out for you, okay? Okay, sorry. This is why he don't want me to get started. He leaves it to his wife.
That's a doggone shame.
I'm so serious, too. Okay, babe, we need to go and get off here now.
Yeah, because you're going to get turned up, Jack.
Right. Right, I can't stop.
So there you go, man. Virtual first dates. We wouldn't advise it. We wouldn't do it. So there it is. Tell a friend, man. Continue to share, post, all that good stuff. Follow us on social media. Watch the Perfect Pair Podcast on YouTube.
Yep.
And we love you. Oh, we got the phone number.
Oh, right.
We got the phone number. Do you remember the phone number?
Right.
469 737 0356. That's it. So that number is where you can call us. You can leave a message. You can ask us a question.
Right.
Ask our
y'all,
opinions.
Listen, okay. Y'all can change y'all's voice, because y'all still be trying to send me messages on the side. Hit this number up. It's okay. I won't. I haven't said anybody's name that did not want me to say their name. Tell the truth. Y'all go back and listen to the episodes. I don't say nobody's name.
We ain't gonna put you on blast.
I won't say your name. And if I recognize your voice, I still won't say nothing. I might call you on the side and be like, girl, why you just say? But I ain't gonna do. But go on and send that message and leave that voicemail.
There it is, man.
Bye.
The Perfect Pair Podcast. Go, sis.